I came here like something out of a fairy tale to meet my long-lost family.
Hello, I am Joe Deckelmeyer with Screen Rant. We are at New York Comic Con 2024. I am with the crew from Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches. Welcome.
Thank you
for having us.
Look, last season ended in quite a shocker. So let's unpack some things here. Esta, let's start with you. Rowan, she wants to do good and save people, but seems equally powerful forces driving to protect Lasher, no matter how bad he's not, or how good he's not doing. Can you break down that struggle for us?
Yeah, I think Rowan really leaned in at the end of season 1 to being a witch, to recognizing I can have these powers and I want them. She literally took them in the form of this baby, and she has all of those powers now. And the powers are fantastic. As a doctor, she wants the power to heal. But there are also very dark and destructive powers, and she's extremely tempted by those too. We saw her kill in the first season, and she killed vindictively and, a little joyously. So the second season is about the question, how witchy will she become? How much will she lean into using that darkness? And with the tagline, embrace the darkness, I think you get where we're going.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Alyssa, welcome to the Mayfair family.
Thank
Moira
you.
is new to the show.
Happy to be here.
Yes. How does it feel to be a part of this family? And she's the only member who actually seems to be sane, essentially.
Yeah.
In doing this.
You know what? This has been my perspective. I appreciate you validating it.
She's the one that recognizes that Tessa should be alive.
Yeah, man. I know. I agree. It's great. I think that this is a wacky bunch, man. And there's got to be somebody who's kind of setting them straight. So yeah, she's been very hurt. She's experienced a great loss, and she is not going to let that go unfairly. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's a very powerful witch, and finally somebody who can kind of rival Rowan in that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, the Talamasca has tasked your character with a new mission this season. Can you share how that might conflict or correlate with his original purpose in saving Rowan from Lasher?
I think the mandate is still the same. It's get the baby, get Lasher away from Rowan, and bring him to the headquarters. Yeah. So that doesn't change for Sip, even though the circumstances around that, have now kind of like gone belly up. Sure. He doesn't know who to trust. He doesn't know if, the Talamasca really want him for what he's able to bring to the table, or is he just being a pawn, to a greater mission. So all of that, you find Sip going on this independent journey for the first time, and trying to find his footing in the world. Sure. And how he can actually contribute and finish his task without compromising himself.
Now, Harry, the last time we saw your character, he was turned to stone. Can you talk about, can you tease anything going on inside Cortland's mind this season with him?
Well, he's stoned.
Stoned.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way. I think, was that maybe an homage to Clash of the Titans? It's possible. Because my character in that movie did turn lots of things to stone. Yeah. Anyway, fortunately, I come out of that, and I do get out. In the first episode, there's not a lot of Cortland, but he does kind of make several appearances thereafter, which could be surprising.
Yeah.
Now, Esta, obviously in season 2's focus shifts chronicling Lasher as a human, but Rowan is still our way into this world. How is the season balancing both of those perspectives?
So it's very deliciously Anne Rice. Rowan has given birth to her lover, her former demon lover, and given him a body. And they are linked in this way. They're enmeshed through the powers. When he's near, she has the power, and when he's not, she doesn't. So she's wants him around, but of course he's experiencing a body for the first time, and that makes him tempted in all kinds of ways, and he starts to be out of control. He starts to be violent. Bodies start to drop. I'm not giving too much away. This is all in the books, and so Rowan's got to try to control Lasher. At the same time, she doesn't want to extinguish the power that she has from Lasher. She can't really destroy him. She's tempted to in some ways, and then of course she wants that power. So the balance between the two of them, it's really, really, really fun. They're just these two, they're kind of bound to each other in a way that makes the plot exciting.
Incredible. Now, Alyssa, Moira can read minds, which is a blessing and a curse. Yeah. How does that affect her relationship with her family, and not to mention the outside world?
That's such a great question. I mean, I think on one hand, it's a very challenging thing to constantly be able to know what other people are thinking. She knows all of the nefariousness. She knows all of the dark thoughts of the people around her. So I would imagine that would kind of make you, as Esta put it when we first started talking about it, she's truly like the bullshit caller, because she knows exactly what everybody is thinking at all times. So yeah, I think it makes her a bit of a black sheep, because if there's a way that everybody is operating, she is doing the opposite. So yeah, it's a challenge, but it's also gives you an advantage.
Incredible. Now, can Sip connect with Moira given their similar power sets and the drawbacks that come with it? And might that lead to exploring more of his backstory this season?
Oh, y'all so slick with these questions. I mean, I think
yes.
Yeah, there's some sort of connection. That's all I'm going to say to that. Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's some sort of connection.
There's some sort of connection. You see that, in the episodes coming. Yeah, yeah.
Esta, given season 1 gave us Suzanne's backstory, and it was a way to introduce the Mayfair lineage. Will season 2 have other witches in flashbacks this season?
Well, book 2 has 2 really important sections. One is Julian's story,
right,
that he tells, and we really wanted to honor that. So Julian is a character in this season, Cortland's father. Cortland has a deep relationship with his father, who sort of trained him to be the man he is, for better or for worse. And so there's a lot about Cortland that comes out through that experience with Julian. And then the other section in the book that I really wanted to use is Lasher's story of his past life before Suzanne. And we go into that. It's very deep into the season, but we are able to tell that story in flashbacks and to have Lasher tell his story and finally understand himself. So those are 2 pieces that are a little bit like Suzanne this season.
Interesting. Harry, Cortland could be considered the keeper of the Mayfair history, but Rowan does go to him for answers. How much can she and the audience trust him at this point? And is he still in leagues with Lasher even now?
So the question is, how much can Rowan trust Cortland, who is now her father, right, as we know? Mm-hmm. I don't think Cortland is very trustworthy, at least from what we saw in season 1.
Sure.
He might have a come to Jesus moment in season 2. Might not. But on the other hand, you have to tune in to the second season to see what happens. As Esta was saying, I meet my father in season 2. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, look, if you guys want to know more, check out season 2, which is coming out very, very soon. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I cannot wait for season 2.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
No!